Okay, now we've got it connected up, we're ready to bind to the model. For this you're going to need the little bind plug, and it's going to have to go into the receiver. It's marked up bind power, so that's going to go into that channel, and then we can get on. So you can see it's the channel next to the throttle there on the first one in. Okay, so we've plugged the bind plug in. We've disconnected the motor just in case it winds up and takes fingers and stuff off, so we don't want that happening. So motor disconnected, blades are off, and we're ready to bind. So what you have to do is hold the trainer switch towards you when you switch on. The trainer switch here. Make sure you're in normal mode, not idle up, and all your switches are down. You could be in throttle hold. What I've done with this switch is I've reversed it, so when all the switches are back, that's my flight check, I can fly, and then to throttle hold I simply push the switch forward and then I'm in throttle hold. So it's throttle hold off, ready to fly. So that's just my preference. Let's turn it around inside the unit itself. So here we go. Connect up the battery to your helicopter. Now you can use the one you've got, but if you've got a spare, or I've got one I use for setup, it saves you using the battery. So you know that's your flying battery and one's your setup battery. Okay. So connect up your battery. And then with the trainer switch towards you, switch the transmitter on, and you'll see it'll flash bind on the transmitter front there. When you release the switch, the light is a solid red on the receiver. So that's it, we're all bound and ready to fly, nearly. So there you see, quick close up, the LED on the receiver is on solid. Okay, right, now to the transmitter. You can take out that bind plug now, you don't need that in anymore, but keep it safe, you may have to bind to something else. Right, as you can see it's belt CP, I've already set up the model, but I'll a quick run through it. So you've got model select. Just check that all your settings are where it should be. Exposure will be 100%, dual rates, travel adjust should all be 100%. You shouldn't need to adjust those. Sub trim should all be 0. You can see you just move the wheel from left to right and that changes your settings. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but after a while it's not too bad. So your gyro set midpoints 50%. Throttle curve. Okay, throttle curves, it's a little bit fiddly with this to set up, but it's once you get used to it, it's not too bad. You've got your low point, 0.3, 0.4, and your high point on your curves. So you just move the wheel from side to side to select which point of the curve you want to adjust. Press it in to select which one you're going to alter, and then press it again once you've selected which one you're going to alter, and then you can adjust. You adjust the suit there. So it's 100% on your throttle curve at position H, which is high position, so it's your maximum throttle is 100%. And stunt mode the same, it'll be a straight line. Most of the throttle curves should be straight lines when you start off. You can adjust them to suit your flying styles, so you can adjust them by 0.5 at a time. And throttle hold is set at 0. Some people set this to a minus figure, minus 5%, minus 1.5, just to ensure that it won't engage the throttle once it's in. Okay, pitch curves. The normal pitch curve as you start with a default is a straight line. So you start at 0 and you're going up from there 25. So what I want to normally do is to take off that bottom part of the curve, set it to about 30%. This gives you less negative pitch at the bottom end of the throttle. Because you're not in idle up mode, as you drop the throttle, the weight of the helicopter will drop it. So you don't want to be throwing it down to the ground as well as just gravity dropping it. So what I do is I tend to move up the bottom end of the curve. So you start at 30, then go to 45,